Welcome back to yet another session on practical problems in second PUC computer science. Today we are going to deal with the exercise number 11, and exercise number 11 is as follows. We are supposed to write a Python program using function to search an element in a list using linear search method. So we are supposed to use a linear search method, and the linear search method, as you are aware, is a very straightforward way of searching for the element. Suppose if you have a number of elements here, which are kept one after the other, you are going, and if you want to search for something, you just compare the element which is over here with the search element. If it is matching, you found the location. If not, go to the next element and then try to match the element with the search element. If it is matching, you have found it. Otherwise, you go to the next element, repeat this same step until you reach to the end of the list. If the element is not found until this point, then you say that that element does not exist in the list. Otherwise, if the element is found at a particular location, you give the location where the match occurs. So this is the simple logic of linear search, and hope that is covered in the theory. Let us go ahead with the practical exercise. I'm going to go with the VS Code over here. Again, there is no need that you have to use the VS Code. I'm just using it for my convenience. You can use ideally and start typing it. However, I'm going to show the execution in both in the VS Code as well as the IDLE. Suppose if you are using VS Code, then go to the file and then open the folder where you want to save the file, and I'm going to save it in the second PUC. So I will select the second PUC and I'm going to click on this explore here, and you notice all my programs are available over here. So you can just click on this plus sign and then open the new file. So I'm going to click here to create a new file. Now I'm going to call it as a11.py for Python, and I'm going to press enter. After that, I'm going to click on here so that I can be happy with the code here. Okay, so let us start typing the code. So we are supposed to search, go for a linear search. Let us write a function. So we start with the def, and I'm going to use ls for linear search, the short form. So again, my advice is don't write a very lengthy name for a variable as well as for the function name. During the examination, keep the function name as well as the variable name simple so that you can quickly write it as well as type it during the practical examination. So let us start with the array. I'm going to call this array as a, and let me use the search element as yes. This is the element I want to search, and the first one is the array that I'm going to use it. Let us go ahead with the function now. So I'm going to use for I for the index value and the element e for the element. In the I'm going to use the enumeration here. So I will use the enumerate function over here. Let me just go here. I'm going to use the enumerate function, and I'm going to take my array and I'm going to enumerate it here. Okay. So what am I going to get here is the element value will be stored in the e, and its index will be stored in the I here. So simple as that. For example, if you have the element like this, if you have a list like this, so let's say you are given a list like this with the element. Let me just say that the first element is 5 and the second element is 7. Let's we take that. The index of the first element will be 0 and the index of the next element will be 1. After that, index will be 2, 3, 4, and so on. So in this case, what's going to happen is the value which is over here, that the 5 will be stored in the e, and the index, that is the 0, will be stored in the I. So I will contain that. Next time 7 will be stored in the e, and the index, which is 1, will be stored in the I. So two of them will be stored one after the other. Now let us start comparing. So if the element that I'm interested in searching, that is the s, if it is equal to the element which is there over here, in that case then I'm going to return, okay, so return I, okay, that is the index where I got the element. Otherwise, so let me just go here. Otherwise, if for the entire for loop, if the element is not found, then I'm going to return -1. So simple as that. Okay. So if the element is found in that particular location, you return the I. Be careful. This is I, not 1. Don't get confused with the I and 1. This is I and this is 1. So some students will get confused. Return -1. This is return the location where you have found the element. So whenever you are searching, suppose if this is your list, if you found the element at this location, okay, then give the location where this item is found. Give the location. That is called as I. Location where you got the element, not the element, the location where you got the element. If after searching all of the element, if you are not able to find it, till here you have not found anything, then return -1, not the position, -1, saying that that element is not available. So hope you are able to get that thing. So let's go ahead and let's write the function here. So we have completed our work here. So let me just put the definition here. So we will start with the array. I'm going to call it as ARR for my array, so generally called as okay, I want a list. So this is what they have given in the question. So if you look at the question here, so using in a list, so that is what they have given. So I'm going to create a list. How do I create a list? I have to get it from the user. So I'm going to say input, okay, and I'm going to say enter space separated list, okay, or let's say elements. So simple as that. So what I'm asking is, I'm asking the user, you just give me the list. So you have the element like 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, something like that, whatever you have it. Separate every number by space. So that is simple as that. The first number, the second number, the third number, and so on. So space separated, that is what I'm saying. Space separated element. Okay. In the your program that is given over to you by the PU board, what they have done is they are asking for enter the n number of elements. So the that is not really required, because if the question was accept n number of elements and then perform the linear operation on them, then that is this would have been the correct answer for that. Now here what they have said is you have a list here. Somehow magically you have a list, and then start performing the linear search on them. So not to be accept n number of elements and then if you say that. So here if the question was accept n number of elements, then you have to say enter the number of elements in the list, that is n, and then accept a n number of elements, which is not given. So I will go with what they have said. Now if you accept this one, suppose for this input, if you enter the numbers like this, say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, if you type like this, okay, then this input will take consider them as a string, and you know very well string means everything inside a double quotes. So they are not numbers, they are strings. You have to convert them into list. How do you convert into list? To convert it into list, you just use the split function. So use the split function. What this split function will do, so if you have inputted like this, say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so this split function will convert this one. It will convert the list into, it is going to create a list. However, every number in this list, okay, this is the first element, this will be the second element, this will be the third element, this will be the fourth element, this will be the fifth element. Now you notice that every element again is not a number. So here you notice this is whole thing was a text. Now every element is a string here, it is not integer. Now what is that you are supposed to do? The next thing that you are supposed to do is convert this individual element into string. So you sorry, into integer. So you have to get the integer. So what is missing between this and the previous list is this list. This is the previous list which was here. This is if you notice double quotes is there, so that means it is a string. Here double quotes is not there, that means it is a number. How did you convert this, or how to convert this string into a integer? How do you do that thing? So how to convert a string directly into a number, string into number? So this list, all the element in the list has to be converted into their corresponding integer values. So this is a string, its corresponding integer value. So this is done using a function called as map. So map is the one that's going to perform that thing. So what I'm going to do is this whatever list I got it, okay, I'm going to give it to the map. So I'm going to say map, and I'm going to say it as I will remove this single quote over here. So I'm going to say to the map that, okay, so this is the map. So let's bring it here so that you can notice over here. So this list, remember this list, what was here, this list, okay. So what is there in this one now? This contains 10, okay, 20, 30, and so on. So I'm going to just stop there. So because you have split it, you're going to get it here. Now what you are saying is you will convert this 10 into a integer value and then place it inside the list. You will take this 20, convert it into integer and place it in the list. You will take this 30, convert it into integer and place it in the list. So now what you got is a list of a number. So you got a list of numbers. Now we want to get the search element. I'm going to call it as SCR for search element, and I'm going to use the integer value of the input function. So I'm going to say input, and I'm going to say over here enter the search element. Okay, so I'm going to use that thing. So this is my search element. For example, you have the list here. Let me just say 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. I want to search, I want to check whether 30 is there in the list. So the search element in this case is going to be 30. I want to check whether 30 is there in the list. If it is there, at what location that list is there. Okay, now let us do that thing. We already have the function ls here, so I'm going to store it in the result. So my result is I will call my linear search. I have given the name for my linear search function as ls. So first I have to specify the array, then I have to specify the search element. So I'm going to specify the array, which is arr. Let me just open this, okay, arr, and I want to search for the element. So this is the search element. So I got this one. Now two things can happen. Either you found an element or you have not found the element. If you found an element, you know very well you will return the position. If it is not there, you are going to return -1. So let us print the result here. So I'm going to say print, and I'm going to say I will use f string here. Let me press escape here. Just press escape for all of them. Okay, and I'm going to say the search element, in my case SCR, okay, search element is found at index, and index is given by the result. So remember, when you are returning anything either from here or over here. So whatever that is returned by the function is stored inside the result. So you are storing it inside the result. So whatever returned is stored in the result. However, this is true if the element is found. So this is true if, okay, result is not equal to -1. What is the meaning of it? You know very well. If the element is found, you are going to return the location where the element is found. If the element is not found, you are going to return -1. So if the return value is not -1, that means you have found the element at one location. Okay, if it is not -1, you have found it. Suppose if you have found it, if you have got the return value is -1, in that case you are going to say as the search element SCR is not found. Not found. I'm going to just use not found there. I will not say not found in the list and so on and so forth. I will not make it very lengthier because they have already said that you are given a list. So they have already said that you are given a list. So I'm not again going to say that it is not found in the list. It is not found. That's simple as that. Okay. Let me execute this one. So I will first save it. Press Control and yes for saving it. So you can use just if you are not aware. So use Control plus yes to save the content. So I've just press Control yes, and I'm going to just execute my program in the VS Code here. Let me run it. Okay, so it is going to ask me enter the elements. I'm going to say oops, not here. I'm going to say here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I want to search for 30. So it's going to say 30 is found at the index 2. What is the meaning of saying index 2? So you know very well this, if you consider this as a array or a list, whatever you consider it as. So this is where you have the element. The first element has the index 0. Okay, so this is the index 0. Second element has the index 1. Third element has the index 2. And that is what it is saying. It is found in the index 2. The second index location. Third position or second index location. Let me run it one more time. Again, I'm going to supply the same number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I want to search it for 25. If I say 25, I will say 25 is not found. So I will get 25 is not found. Okay. Now this I have done it in my VS Code. Suppose if you don't have the VS Code, which is true in most of your case, if you have ideally, how do you do that thing? So in the ideally, go to the file and say new file. Okay. And then assume that I have typed it. So just not this one. We'll just copy the content. Copy. Let me just go here and copy this whole thing. Okay. Control C to copy, and let me go to the code here and just assume that I just typed it. Just assume that I've typed the code. Okay, and go to the file and save. So you can use Control S to save it. Save, and ensure that you are saving at the proper location that is given by your teacher. Okay, and I'm going to save it as this is exercise number A11. I will make it as A11A because I have already given A11 in the VS Code just to avoid the problem. So I have saved it and then I'm going to run it. Okay, and let us put the element as 3, 6, 8, 9, 11. And I'm going to search for the element 8, and you say that 8 is found at a particular location. So this is what you are supposed to do it. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercises. Thank you.